Hello and welcome to Trains in Viettic. Today we're going to be looking at these buildings. You might remember them from adding LEDs to my buildings, which I did quite a nice job on. But I never actually finished them off, and you can see I'm starting to get dust in them and a few other bits. So what I'm going to do in this episode is to get them in a stage where they're ready to be fitted into the building, into the layout. So that means putting card on the back so that you don't see through, putting in a few interior details on, and just general little jobs to get it up to standard. So I thought I would take you along with me for this project. And now for the titles. This is the first building to look at. You can see first of all I need to give the windows equipment a clean out. And then I got, what do I have? I have a new sign to go on Simpsons, turning that into a Laura Ashley's, which have a nice interior to go with it. I then have that to go in Marks and Spencer's, along with this. And the chocolate shop I think I'm just going to leave like that, but I might go and put a little desk at the back. So we have several bits of cards which go with these buildings. Just trying to find which one goes where. So that one goes with that. We've got that one there. And I think that one there. So I'll turn the buildings around and show you what's going on the back. On the back you can see I got all the wires still. That one there is still floating, which is this one here, which I just need to cut a few little notches out so that one light does the complete building. That window there have lost its interior glazing, and I think that's what's going on. So if we start off with Marks and Spencer's, where did I put for Marks and Spencer's bits? So this came with a pack, and that just goes in there like so. So I'll just put a bit of glue on it. I bought these glue bottles from Amazon, but the nib's too small, so I've just pulled the nib off. But it gives me a nice fine line. And I'm using my 3E-Fit glue for Everbuild glue, which you will see me using in other videos. So if I just stick that in there, give the windows a quick wipe, and then just notch out a little bit of the floor. So in hindsight I should have just not worried about sealing the floor. So is that good enough for that? Yes, it is. Just fold them back. Then the next job I need to do is look at feeding the wire. So there's a hole there for that wire, as you can see there. But this one, Okay, I've decided I want a little desk in there, and I'm just going to use this piece of leftover card. And I'm just going to do this really rough and readily. So I've got my cutter. And that's going to be too large. So let's do it about there. So I got this bit. I think I'm going to make that a bit shorter. So I now got this. And all I'm going to do is make a little nick in the top, like so. Bend that surface down, bend that surface down, and that's a quick desk. And then if I just fold it nicely there, that will be easy to do. But that's a bit too low for in there. So I'll have another attempt, and then I'll show you what I have made. As you can see, I've now made a small unit to go inside. Best way to work out the correct height is 4mm to the foot times by the height you want in feet. So that's 4 foot in double O scale. And then I've got a foot around the edge. So that's a nice little feature, so I need to stop saying so every time. Next is to put this panel on. But it's not that panel. It's that panel, I think. Yep, so this panel, again, I'll need to take a few little nicks out. So if I just do that, and do that, and then do the same down there. I don't know why I did them on different sides when I originally did it, but this can now be fitted. So just cut these little bits out. Give it a quick test fit. Make sure that all the wires fit nicely. Otherwise I'll be in a disaster mode. And with everything fitting nicely, I'll just put a bead of glue on and seal it with a bit of black tape. We're now on the last bit of this building, which is for Laura Ashley. So only one of those windows have actually got light behind it, so this will be an easy one to fit the wire for. So what I'll actually do now is to try to light up a few of the building, a few of the windows. So we've got those two buildings left to go. So we can start this one next. This one is a shoe shop, which is good. The pub, which I might have an interior for. I'm not sure there. But we got the wall for the pub. Wall for the bank, which I'm pretty sure I saw a bank interior earlier on. So these just need interiors either found for them or printed off. The bank I do have, which is just here, so that will just be stuck on there. I need to reinstall the little street light for the alleyway on the pub, as that have came loose over time. But that's not too bad. I've prepared this building off camera, as I don't want to keep on showing you how to do the same thing. So let's see what actually lights up. I got the battery, so we got one above the shop, the bank I mean, one above the bank, and this one should be above the shoe shop, which it is. Then we've got this lot, which should be down the bottom, so the bank lights up. The pub light up. That's a shoe shop light up, and the shoe shop light up. So that's another bank of shops left sorted. So that's ready to go up into my attic. So this is the last one. Let me just zoom in a bit. And I got this little wardrobe of wires which I can install. But first thing I'm going to do is on the inside, I want to put a mini wall there and a mini wall there. So I'll cut something out then show you once it's in. You can see I've got these mini walls now installed. So this should mean I can light these two up without having light bleeding everywhere. So I'll fit some light strips in there and then get back to you. I've actually decided to change my plan slightly. I'm going to install the front light first, and then I will install the others, because I need to put a hole in here somewhere to take the cable, and then I should be good after that. You can just about see the lights ready to be installed there. Just need to put a bit of glue underneath and then see how that comes out. So that's a light strip fitted under there. Let's give it a quick test. I got a clamp there just to try to hold it in place. And you can't see what I can see, but that looked quite nice. So I'll be able to have a nice queue of people just waiting there. So I can now do for two buildings on the side, and then I'll come back to you. So I have now fitted the lights in there, just waiting for everything to get done. And now I could be fitting this module in, which is a Traintrek SL10 Smart Light, and it's the disco light. I will be needing to program this on the system at some point. So the back of this building will just be placed on for the time being, but as I must probably shown you before, That's a unit. If the camera wants to focus, you've got the light, you've got two for connections which they now provide wired on, and then for a contact point. So this just sticks in. Take the stick pad off the back, put a bit more glue on the back, and then just place it in the top there. And then to test it, I just put it on the battery. And that's giving quite a nice effect through both stories. So that's me happy. I'll just put a clamp on it while it's setting, and then you'll see it later on with the back on and all three buildings ready to take up into the attic. So I now have the building wired up. So we've got light number 1, which is the bookshop. We have light number 2, which should be Rob's place. And then you've got light number 3, which should be for entrance to the nightclub. So let's see what we get when I connect that. And that's pretty good. And then at the back I got 2 additional wires somewhere, just here. Which one I'll just attach onto the battery. We have a nightclub from flashing away. So I like it. It's very nice. So this is the 3 buildings finished. They all light up. We're about to want them to. They all have backs in. They all have the correct details inside. I can at some later date go and add people to the buildings. But this is ready to go up into the attic, so I can clear my desk and get onto my next project. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much. Richard.